Okay, so today we are going to learn how to install a Garry's Mod server. If you have not played Garry's Mod, I recommend you play it because it is extremely fun. And so let's get straight into the video. The first thing you are going to do is go to your local disk that you use. I'm going to just delete this out. It was from the last video, which was a fail. Yes. Okay. So what you're going to do is go to the main drive you're going to use. I'm going to be using my SSD, or you could use a hard drive, which I already have a couple servers installed on there. DarkRP, Sandbox, all fully scripted. I'll leave the IPs in the description if you want to join those at any point. So what you're going to want to do is go to the main disk you are going to use to install your Garry's Mod server, is make a new folder in that hard drive or whatever, and call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it gmodserver. And then just minimize that. So now you're going to open up your main internet browser, whichever one you prefer. You could use Chrome or Firefox or anything, it doesn't matter, it'll still work. And you're going to want to look up Steam CMD. And then under downloading Steam CMD, don't even pay attention to HLDS update tool, that doesn't work anymore, which is Half-Life dedicated server or Half-Life dedicated source update tool. It doesn't work anymore, it's completely outdated. But now we use Steam type, which is Steam CMD. So under downloading Steam CMD, select your operating system, which I'm using Windows, so I'm going to click Windows. And at the top you should see downloading Steam CMD for Windows, and then a link, which is a direct link that installs it instantly. And then you're just going to click save, because you want to save this if you mess up on anything. Just gonna get rid of this one. I'm just gonna use this one, okay? Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is go to your desktop and make a new folder. Call it whatever you want, but I prefer Steam CMD. And then you're going to extract that. You know what? I don't need to do that, but I can just extract it like that. There we go. And then once that is extracted, you want to go to Steam CMD, like open that up. And while that's loading, which obviously will take like 2 seconds, but to find the code that we're going to need, or the ID for a Garry's Mod server, under Steam CMD, the link, there will be dedicated server list. Click on that, and then if you scroll down, you will find Garry's Mod dedicated server, and then the ID is 4020, and all the lines of text and the ID will be in the description. If you guys aren't following along, if I'm going a little too fast, I'll put all of the stuff you need in the description. Okay, now that Steam CMD is done doing that, you're going to want to type in login space anonymous, and then press enter. Then once it's logged in anonymously, you want to, once it's back to this, you want to do this: force underscore install underscore dir space. An easy way to do this is to go to that gmod server folder that you made, and then just click at the top here and copy that, and then paste it right in here. Then press enter. Now this is what you're going to want to type in to install your server, and then I'm going to come back after it's done installing, and then we are going to install CSS source for your Garry's Mod server, which if you don't have CSS source on your Garry's Mod server, there will be a crap load of missing textures. And if you're going to run a DarkRP server, it will not work at all without CSS source, because you won't be able to pick up money or pick up weapons or anything like that. Yeah. So actually, if you're going, it depends on what you're going to do. So DarkRP, yes, you need CSS source. If you're going to be using a sandbox server, which this video we're just going to do a sandbox server, you will not need CSS source. I'll teach you guys how to make put your sandbox server into a DarkRP server after this video. So what you're going to want to do now, if you want to get straight into this downloading, app underscore update space 4020, and that's it. Just click enter, and once this is done installing, I will be back. Okay guys, I'm back, and because it just installed fully. So next what you're going to want to do is type in app underscore update space 4020, right? Like we did last time, except space after the 4020, and then you put in validate. And that'll just validate the files, that'll update them real quick to like. And every time that there's a new update you need to do, just don't put in the validate, just put in app underscore update space 4020, and then just press enter. And that should update your server. You're going to have to go through the login anonymous and force install again, but it's not going to reinstall your server, it's just going to update it for you. So that's how you'll update your Garry's Mod server. Next, let's go to that server and do this. Right? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the. Actually, never mind. I don't need to go because I already have a server that has the codes that we're gonna need. So we're going to go to. I'm gonna go to this, or let's just get a first one. So what we're gonna do is look this up, and I'll just put a link in the description for the paste bin. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I got both the server.cfg file, which you will need if you want to like name your server instead of an Archon password, so you can access console from in-game instead of having to come out of your game and use the console. But what you're going to want to do is create a new text document, and make sure you do this. Let's just open up File Explorer. You're going to want to put in View. If you click on View and then go File Name Extensions and Hidden Names, that's how you're going to be able to see the .txt and actually change that if you don't have that setting already. So just name it whatever you want, .bat. So you could do run or start or whatever. I'm going to do start.bat. And then click yes. Now, which I recommend using, I'm actually be right back again. Sorry for how many pauses there's going to be in this video, but I'm going to, because this is a brand new installation of Windows, which I did yesterday because of, it was being dumb, and, so I just reinstalled Windows because it was kind of slow, and now it's back up to speed, so I'll be back. If you guys want to see what I'm doing on the second monitor, like, this is what, I'm going to be using for Notepad, Notepad++, I'll leave the link to all the stuff I've been using in this video. There we go. Save. Okay, it's almost done. And there we go. So I'll be back once it's done installing. Okay, I'm back because it's finished installing. So what I'm going to do is go properties and open with advanced. No, okay. So I'm just going to right click on it and then click open with Notepad++. And then, so I'm going to take this start.bat, paste it, copy that, and then paste that in. And then what you're going to want to do right here where it says game, change that to Garry's Mod. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do a lot of the other stuff later, which is going to be installing add-ons to your server and all that. I'm going to change the max players to, like, yeah, actually 16 is fine. Or 10. 10, because this is just going to be a test server. I'm going to have the map be gm underscore construct. If you guys ever, I'll teach you guys how to do maps and all add-ons later too. So right here, and then I'm just going to click File, Save, and then go to your Garry's Mod server folder. which I'm actually going to do this real quick. Options. Open straight to this PC. So I don't have to do that anymore. gmodserver, and then drag the start.bat into it. And then what you're going to want to do now is you're pretty much done. So after this, you're just going to do this. Server.cfg, copy this. And then I'm just going to close out of this now. Garry's mod. In your Garry's mod server, you go to Garry's mod, CFG, and then to open up CFGs, I'm just going to go. It's server.cfg, that's what you're going to want to do. Open with Notepad++, so I'm going to have to go to local disk C, program files, or is it in program files in 86? Notepad++. Okay, and then I'm going to paste that in. I like to put spaces in between this crap, but what I'm going to do is not have a actually, I guess I will have a password. Even though I don't need one, I'm going to make the password just password. Your Archon password is, my Archon password's going to be 1234. Server name, I'm going to name this YouTube tutorial server D&D. Okay, here we go. File, save. There we go, all done. So now what you're going to want to do is, after we test our server, I'm going to teach you guys how to port forward in this video as well. So start.bat, just open that up, and now it's going to ask you to do that, and that just means no host. That's just fastly. I'll also teach you guys how to do that in a later video. So in the next couple videos, I'm just going to be teaching you guys how to manage your Garry's mod server, install add-ons, point shop, all that kind of crap, like new tab menus, HUDs, whatever you guys want, and I'm just going to do all the stuff that you're probably going to need. So here we go. I'm going to just open up Garry's mod now, and then since my IPs are all already port forwarded, mine should already be public, but I'm going to unport forward it, and I'm just going to go to what it is to port forward. So what you're going to want to do to port forward, right, I have a neck here, so it's very, very, very easy for me to port forward, but it may be different depending on what router you're using. I used to have some crappy Ares router, or Ares router, and it said it port forwarded, but it didn't actually do anything until we got a new router, and then it finally works. So if you don't have a router that can port forward, you're just going to have to wait till you get a new one that is port forwardable. Because if you're doing everything right and it still doesn't work, then that just means that your router either has port forwarding restrictions that you can't undo, or, yeah. Okay, find multiplayer game. I'm just going to leave that installing. Sandbox. And then I'm just going to look up YouTube. That's not even in here. Just going to go local network. And okay, local network, do not join. Password, PASSWORD. Join server, and then what? What the? Okay, hold on. It's not even working. CFG servers dot CFG SV underscore password equal. I'm just gonna do this. And then just restart my server. Which should only take 2 seconds. There we go. Now it's unpassworded. Join, and there we go. Should work. If you guys also want to know how to install premium loading screens, you're gonna have to buy them, which I will quickly grab one later, and then I'll teach you guys how to install loading screen. That's like Crystal Load. I'm actually gonna use Crystal Load, and then yeah, gonna use Crystal Load and customize that. I'll teach you guys how to do all that. Because I haven't seen a single YouTube video on how to install Crystal Load to a Garry's mod server that's in English. They're all in like Russian or any other, or in Portuguese or Dutch. I haven't found a single installation video that's in English. I mean, the creator of the loading screen did make an installation guide, but it's on a Google Docs, and it's kind of easier to follow something by video. Now, if you guys want to see, I'm just gonna go like right here and make it window. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see the game. But if you didn't see it, what you're gonna want to do to find your server is go find multiplayer game, local network, and then it should pop up right there. So if anybody's at your house, they can just connect. They're on the same network as you. And yeah, here's the server. Working all good. And then I'm just gonna do this because no clip isn't enabled. Sbox underscore no clip. Actually, it is enabled. I just have it to bind vspace ulx no clip. So I'm just gonna type no clip. And there. Already no clipping. Okay, I'm just gonna turn God mode off. To turn that off, you just go sbox underscore God mode space 0. There. So this is all working. I forgot how to do that in console, so I'm just gonna go fizz gun color purple. There we go. Change my player model, made my fizz gun purple. Alright, let's make that darker. Nope, still not liking it. That should be it. Yeah, there we go, that's the purple I was looking for. Okay, since this is a new installation of Garry's mod, I might have to do... No, I guess I don't, that's the first. No clip mode. Apply. I'm just gonna set that back to be. Now if I just no clip around. Rcard underscore password space 1 2 3 4, and then rcard space sbox underscore weapons space 0. There we go. No more of those. And then weapons with all these. I'm just gonna pull out. Don't have hands. That's weird. Yep. So this all works. And then yeah. Kick. Or got me. Archon see if this works. Oh, origami not found. Okay, so I'm just going to disconnect from the server. To port forward it, we are going to do this. First, I'm going to... I'm going to go back into full screen. But run in window. So full screen window. There we go. Just to do this. Okay. So, now let's get to port forwarding. Quit the game. And just close out of our server. So what you're going to want to do now is go to CMD and then type in IP config. And there you go, that's my IPv4. If you need to scroll down, you just scroll down until you see an IPv4 address, which should not be anything else but this, yeah, IPv4. Just, I could copy that and paste it. But now what you're going to need to do is go to your main internet browser and type your, oh crap, I didn't teach you guys how to get that either. CMD IP config. There you go. Then you're going to need your default gateway. So just copy that and paste it into the search bar up top. Then it's going to ask, it's going to prompt you for your login information for your router, which it's usually admin and then the password is password unless you changed it on setting up your password and all that. If your parents are the ones who set it up, you're going to want to contact your parents and ask them for it. But I know mine isn't password, so it's this. There we go, because I'm not going to tell you. Okay, so for any Netgear, it should come up with this, a Netgear router. This is pretty much just for Netgear routers in general, this video, because Netgear is bay. So you go to advanced for Netgear routers, then advanced setup, and then go down to port forwarding / port triggering. And then yeah, here's a bunch of gmod servers that I already have port forwarded. I'm just gonna edit this one and see if it's port forwarded, which it's not selected to my desktop. I may actually have to report forward all of these. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to restart my server and try again. So just once it's port forwarded, you go to start.bat. And then I'm going to go back to Garry's mod and see if that worked. I'm going to just check the internet section. Okay, sandbox. Refresh. Sandbox. YouTube tutorial, do not join. There it is, it's public. Right there. There's the IP. My IP 98.2.192.226:27015, which is the port for pretty much the default gmod server, depending on where you live, I think. See, like in UK, I sometimes will see 28070 or 27070 or 27050, but now our server is public. So now if I just go join the server again, should work, which it's just gonna load, give it a second. Damn, it's taking a while. I'm just gonna rejoin it. Now it's not even working. Secure 33, that should have worked. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna restart the server. Again. There we go, now it's working. Now it's public. See, there it is. My IP, it's showing up in console with a different port than 27005, which is the local port for the server. It's just using the next port over because I'm the host. So yeah, I'm gonna have like the lowest. You're gonna have the lowest ping out of anybody else on the server. Obviously, usually it's gonna be 5 static ping for your host to get. So there should be like no lag. And then yeah, good fun props. Have fun with your friends. Yeah. Thank you for watching the video, guys, and have fun with the new Garry's Mod server. If you want to ask for any more tutorials on Garry's Mod servers, other than the ones that I know I'm gonna make, just just type it in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.